Hello, this is Bini here. Today, going to talk about a very simple yet important topic. How do you know that a trend has ended? There are many methods that, for example, traders will use, such as to use moving averages or to use historical support resistance or to use certain pattern. But sometimes it can be very confusing when you look at a chart because there's so many things to look at. So what I've designed is a text system to tell us that the trend has ended by using just two colored lines, which is an orange and which is a red line here. Now, if you take a look at the chart here, which is Coinbase, and just somewhere last December, Coinbase was trading about 340. Just 2 months ago, which was April, Coinbase was trading around 150. And if you look at the price of Coinbase right now, it's trading at 375. Based on the text system, I've entered at 250 and exited at 350. So this was about $100 gain, and it happened so fast. It's about a week that I held on to the position. Now that's because that the US Senate, it has this Genius Act, and it passed the Genius Act, and that caused Coinbase to benefit because it resulted in Coinbase rising about 16% on the night that the US Senate passed the act, which is the Genius Act. The thing was that Coinbase had been dropping from 340 to 150, right? And then how do we know that it is going to stop dropping? So that's the key question here, right? So only when it stopped dropping, then we are able to buy in. Say for example, if you just buy in right now at, let's say 157, without knowing that it's going to go to 375, because we do not know that it's going to go so high, it might sometimes after buying, it might just move to, let's say 100 or move to like 50 before it's going to move up. Okay, so the key question is that how do I know that it is going to have that huge surge or it is going to stop moving down? Okay, so answer the question of how do I know that it's going to stop moving down? Well, a very simple answer would be it will stop to move down if it had moved up. All right, I know that this is a very simple answer, but it's a logical answer because how do I know that it is stopping its downward movement? Oh yeah, that's when I see that it is going up. But then the key question is that what is that key indication to say that it is going up? Okay, now if you take a look at my chart here, I have two lines, two sets of lines. One would be the red color line here, so that's the red color line here, and the furthest one would be at 212 at this moment. All right, now this means that if you take a look at Coinbase right now, so this is a downtrend. It will only be reversing this downtrend if price can close and trade above 212. So this is based on the indication by TAG. TAD is the tag system that I've designed to tell us that this is going to move up or stop moving down if it can trade above 212. As I mentioned, there must be a trigger or an indication to tell us that it is going to stop moving down. The only way to do that is it must show strength, all right, from the price behavior that it is moving up. That means it must trade higher than 212 to say that it will stop its downward movement. Okay, now again, let's take a look at the other two levels here. All right, so this is also a red line, and then this is an orange line. Now, the reason for the different lines has to do with different time frame. That means that this would be the resistance, which is at 163. That's calculated based on the 1 hour time frame. And then the other level here, which is 172, was calculated based on a 4 hour time frame. Okay. Now, why are this having a different calculation? Now, that's because that we measure the strength across different time frame and compute them. In other words, this becomes a zone, and these are the short-term reversal zone. Short-term to know that price, if it's trading above the zone here, all right, where the highest price is 172, then it's likely going to move up to the next resistance level, which is 212. And if it continues to trade higher, then this would truly shows the reversal of the downward movement. Okay, so what we're going to do is that we're going to just play back. This is what I'm trying to highlight here. The whole idea is, how do I know that any price is going to stop moving down? Is when I see that it has strength to move up and it has strength to move up, then I know that it will stop its downward movement. All right, so I'm going to do like quick replay here to show you. Like for example, it has been hovering around this region here. All right, and the first time to show that it's moving higher, as you can see, all right, it's firmly above the resistance region and it's firmly above 172. Okay, so this, from the tech point of view, will become the first buy signal to tell us that, okay, price have finally shown its first sign that it is moving higher. Okay, that means it will stop moving lower. But this is not the ultimate sign, because the ultimate sign will still be above this level here, which is 212. All right, we can see that at this point here, price had firmly traded above 212. That means by trading around this region, which is 230, what this means is that Coinbase finally shown a reversal of this downward movement. That means by trading around this price level here and trading above 212, then our system had shown that Coinbase downward movement from 340 all the way until about 140 had finally reversed, and it is on its way up. Okay, now as I said, right, what I like to do always every time is I don't like to buy high. So I believe that price will always be showing sign, always be consolidating, and I like to color code my entry. So again, just now I asked that you pay attention to the orange line. I'm just going to ask you to pay attention to the orange line again. So there are two orange lines that's being shown here. Now, in other words, if price gap up, and that we expect that Coinbase to show another consolidation. And how do I know that Coinbase is going to have another one more leg to move up? It's only when price can trade above the orange zone here. And so we are able to get the price of the orange zone. I know that it's a little bit merged together, but the price of the orange zone is about 259 to about 265. Okay, so that's the price of the orange zone. So let me just continue to do the rollback. Now you can see that the orange zone had finally been broken. That means around here, it's finally broken. That means that price shown a closed above it. Now what it says is that by trading above the orange zone, then this downward correction would have ended. It has ended the downward correction, and this is where I said that my entry was around 250. All right, so let's take a look at what happened. It continued to move up, continued to break higher, and right now it's trading at 375. So we do have two key zones here. One would be 212, and the other one would be the orange zone at about 257. First, this by trading above 212, it suggested that this downtrend had already been broken, and then price is reversing back up. And by trading again above the orange zone here, it suggested that the downtrend here had already been broken and it starts to move up. All right, so this is how I've traded the whole thing on Coinbase. Basically, what I'll do is I will be waiting for price to correct. That means that I am in a way that I don't know how to buy high, so I have always to wait for price to correct. And then how do I know that this is coming to the end of this correction here? Because then correction means that it is dropping. Dropping means that it can continue to move lower. But how do I know that it is the end of the correction? And this is what I used, which is the tech system that I've designed. In a way that if you want to know more about tech, you can go to this website here. The website I've attached in this video. So this is the QR code and this is the link to go to the website to find out more about tech. Most important is that you can also go to the free ebook, and that free ebook talks about the wash and rinse pattern, which is also very important to the use of tech. All right, if you want to know more about tech, you can join any of my free regular educational webinar because I'll be talking about them, and this is the website that you can register for any of my webinar. All right, and I hope that this video is useful to impart one knowledge, which is it is a good thing if we can buy low. but we only want to buy low when price had already shown sign of heading higher. You don't want to catch a falling knife. You want to buy low after we see some clues that it is going to stop moving lower. All right, thanks a lot for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. These are trades which are done by myself or my students using the Alien War strategy. Join our community and take advantage of our 6 times a week training lessons, automated trade signals, and live trading sessions with our experienced alien traders. And for a limited time, we are offering a 100% full cashback offer on our course fee. That's right, you can learn our strategy risk-free. Over 1,000 students have already taken advantage of this offer and seen success. Visit this website now to learn more and join our community.